Hi, everybody. So we are getting super close to Christmas, and I can tell it's getting busy out there, you guys, and lots of things to do, last minute challenges. So I thought I'd just pop on here and share with you some ways that you can use your top 10 oils to help you physically and emotionally during this holiday season. Okay, here we go. I got all the happy 10 here. I know that as a kid, Christmas was like the best thing ever, right? So super exciting. And as we grow up, there's things that happen, and sometimes it's not as exciting. It can be stressful. It can be super lonely and isolating. This year happens to be like one of the most exciting Christmases for me. I just had a birthday and I got engaged, and my kids are happy and doing well and they're excited. But I've had years where I've lost somebody that I really love and felt alone and sad. And so I know that everybody's dealing with different things. So hopefully you can learn something with what I share with you. And just like my mom used to say, she was talking about sunscreen. She said it doesn't work unless you actually use it. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you to actually use your oils. There you go. Okay, so number one is frankincense. Frankincense, this is the king of oils. It's good for so many things. Okay, but what I love to do is put a drop on my tongue, under my tongue every morning. It's really great at assisting your nervous system, just helping you to stay like relaxed, and it helps with anxiety, depression. Sometimes people use it for that. There's a lot of other different uses for it. But one of the emotional uses, it's actually the oil of truth, and it helps you if you feel abandoned or forgotten. It reminds you that you're loved and protected by the divine. So you can diffuse it. It smells amazing in the diffuser. And you can also just put a little drop on your head. I like to just drop it right here on the crown of my head. If I'm ever feeling super lonely or like nobody loves me, right? I think we've all felt that way at one time. Frankincense is your best friend, okay? And if you're not sure what to do, like just pull out your frankincense. If that's all that you can remember from this video, frankincense, use it, okay? Over your heart is a good spot, the bottom of your feet. Also, if you don't know where to put an oil, just put it on the bottom of your feet, okay? It's gonna get absorbed and taken through your entire body really quickly. So that's easy to remember. Okay, lavender is number two. This is the oil of communication and calm. So a lot of times during the holidays, we have so many things to do. And when you lay down at night, you just can't go to sleep because your mind is racing of all the things that need to get done. So this one is super great for relaxing, super for any kind of stress. It just smells so good. I like to have it in my car and my purse all the time. If you're in holiday traffic, it can be very stressful. And just taking some of this out and rubbing it on the back of your neck, and sometimes I just put it right under my nose so I can smell it. Very, very helpful. It also, if you're brave and you want to like really go for it with your family, this encourages emotional honesty and insists that you speak your innermost thoughts and desires. Okay, so if you're ready to like show up and be unapologetic who you are and stop hiding and say the things that you want to say, you just put a little bit on your throat. That will help you in communicating, okay? Yeah, so lavender is awesome. The next one is lemon. Okay, this is actually the oil of focus, but like all the citrus oils, it's really uplifting for the mood. So if you feel like you're kind of in a little bit of a funk, I always love to have the lemon, just smelling it. Oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. You can also put this one in your water. I put it in my water almost every day. This oil or another citrus oil helps to just keep your immune system boosted, especially when people are a lot of times sick around this time of year. It is an oil of focus, so if you feel like you've just got so many things going on and your mind is everywhere, it'll help you just to really focus on what needs to be done and like tackle your list, your stuff in priorities and tackle the list one at a time. It also clears thoughts and clears self-judgmental thoughts. So it just helps you to really be strong and confident in who you are, which is awesome. Another thing that I like using this for when you're wrapping gifts, if you're trying to take off price tag and it's like got that sticky goo on it, you just put a little bit, like 1 drop of lemon on a little washcloth or something, and rub it over where the stickiness is, and it'll take it right off. And then your gift smells like lemon oil. So great. And it puts you in a happy mood while you're wrapping presents. Okay, peppermint. This one is so great. This is the oil of a buoyant heart. It helps you rediscover the joy of being alive, okay? Like, you can't get much better than that. This one would be great if you're standing in line, like a really long line at the store. You probably want to rediscover the joy of being alive, right? It also, I love to use it if I have a headache. I have it in a little roller bottle because I always like to dilute this one before putting it on my skin, but just roll it on my forehead and my temples and the back of my neck. It also has like a little pick-me-up, and so if you're falling asleep, say you're procrastinating and you're up on Christmas Eve and you've got a whole stack of presents to wrap, this one will give you a little pep to keep you awake to get done what needs to be done. So that one is awesome. Okay, Melaleuca. This is the oil of energetic boundaries. So I love my family. My family is awesome, okay? And sometimes, I'm not necessarily talking just about my family, but people during the holidays that you're around, that you're not usually around, sometimes can be challenging. If people are under a lot of stress, I'm an empath, so I like take on everybody's emotions, and somebody else is sad, and then I like take it all for myself. So that's why I love Melaleuca. If you just put a little bit of Melaleuca on the back of your neck, it'll help you just have like energetic boundaries so you don't take on other people's stuff. Not saying that you don't care about them or anything. I'm not saying that at all. Just to help you to be steady, like in your emotional state, right? As you're going through all these different things. It's also good if you like burn yourself while you're baking, okay? Any kind of burn, Melaleuca is great. Any kind of skin issue, okay? Melaleuca, if you got bites, if you got like a rash, burn, lavender and Melaleuca are great for burns. So I like to keep those in the kitchen. Next, let's see, oregano. Okay, this one is so strong, you guys. The smell is pretty off-putting. It's not one that I would like to diffuse, but it is super amazing and powerful, and I will never be without this oil. Okay, it's nature's antibiotic. So I've told you guys before about gargling it if you have a sore throat. This is one that I recommend putting on the bottom of your feet if you're going to apply it topically, just because you probably don't want to smell it all the time. Amy, you're so cute. So oregano is the oil of humility and non-attachment. So this one is really good for especially like, say you're like attached to things going a certain way, right? Like you have this idea of how Christmas is going to go or whatever, and you're like really attached to that. This will help you just relax. And you guys are so funny. Okay, here's my ring. I love it. All right. Helps you not be attached to an outcome, right? And it's also great to have on hand in case you get sick. Stress and eating not the best and being around a lot of people, sometimes you can get sick. So putting this in a capsule is awesome. You don't want to be without oregano. Okay, deep blue. This is so great. This one smells so good. This is a soothing blend. It's the oil of surrendering pain. That one wasn't opened yet, but I just opened it. It's good for physical and emotional pain. So if you're having physical pain, it's awesome. I would dilute this one with a little bit of oil and rub it wherever it hurts. And if you are being challenged with some emotional pain, deep blue helps you to release the pain and like just be an observer of the pain instead of being like overwhelmed by it, okay? Also super great if you, again, are like wrapping presents and, I just notice as I'm like my neck down, getting the tape and all that, whatever, I just get super stressed in my neck and shoulders, and deep blue is amazing for that, okay? Awesome. Okay, breathe. This is so good. This is the oil of breath. It helps like This one is super great for any kind of respiratory issues. If you have asthma, if you're congested, like that, okay? Physically, you just put a little bit in your hand and then rub it together, and then you can breathe through your mouth. A few really deep breaths, and you can feel it getting into your lungs, and you can put your nose in the hole, get all that clear, right? But it also helps if you're having feelings like being suffocated by sadness. So you feel like you can't breathe. You can rub it on your chest. You would probably want to dilute this one. Rub it over your chest and then breathe it in. And it helps you to let go, to breathe out what you want to let go, and receive, breathe in what it is that you want to receive, like peace, and breathe out stress, okay? Such a good one. I can't even tell you how many times I've used this one for sadness. It's super great. And then Digestion. Okay, so I've been telling myself, like, in all the years past, not to eat things I probably shouldn't eat. And for this year, I don't know why, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm going to probably eat things that I shouldn't be eating. And try not to eat too much, but if I do, and I have, I will use Digestion. This stuff is amazing. I dilute it, rub it on my belly. It's pretty powerful, but you can put it under your tongue. It tastes a lot like licorice because it's got fennel and anise and caraway, peppermint, tarragon, like that. So the emotional benefits of Digestion are really great, that it helps, like, if you get overstimulated, so say you're at somewhere and there's like a bunch of people and you're getting overwhelmed, it helps you to like assimilate new events and information and help you to digest it, to decrease your overwhelm, okay? This one is just super great. You can put it in your water, you can put it in a capsule and take it internally. Really, really good. If you say have a little too much wine or whatever it is you're drinking, and the next day you wake up with a headache or tummy ache, you can put it on your forehead, back of your neck for a headache, or on your tummy if you're feeling nauseous for any reason. Really super great. Okay, On Guard, that was funny, is the oil of protection. Okay, it's got, oh, it smells so good. Wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. This is a really great one to diffuse. It just smells like Christmas, okay? This one also, it's the oil of protection, and so it protects you from mold, bacteria, virus, like that, okay, to keep you from getting sick. But it also protects you from emotional negativity and helps you to have healthy boundaries and stand up for yourself. So if you have a hard time standing up for yourself, this is a great one to use. You can put it on the bottom of your feet or put it over your heart. Also, any of the emotional oils are really good, like on your forearm or your wrist or elbow creases. Okay, those are awesome. Right here on your wrist crease, there's in Chinese medicine, there's 3 channels that run right here: the lungs, pericardium, and the heart. So lungs is where you store like sadness and grief, and your heart, you know, love and acceptance and things like that. And so when you put oils right there, it goes to those places really quickly. Okay, and the bonus oil, which I don't have right in front of me, is wild orange. You want to have wild orange. Wild orange is an amplifier for the emotional benefits of any other oil that you use it with. It also is the oil of abundance, and it also just really helps you to uplift your mood. Okay, it's a great one to diffuse. I like to put it in the diffuser with frankincense or On Guard. It just smells amazing and it makes you feel good. So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope that you're able to learn something and use these oils for yourself and all of those that you love. I wish all of you an incredible Christmas if you celebrate, and holiday season for whatever it is that you are celebrating. And my wish for you is that you feel loved and adored. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.